Mark, terrific away performance.
Yep, we've been decent away pretty much all season. Supporters were superb. I thought it's a tough place to come. It's, you know, the land of the giants. They've got some big, strong players that, like I said, I've always seen, they've got a way of playing that suits them. They've got pace and power, and you have to deal with crosses. But I thought we were great from start to finish. We competed, and we had a few chances first half. We were disappointed not to go in at least one goal in the half time. Felt that we just, you know, we talked about what we needed to do to make sure that we came away with 3 points in the second half, and for 10 minutes we weren't quite as good, but then we got it together and we played some decent football and ran out deserved winners.
And Byron Howard was a constant handful for them up front.
I thought he was superb today. I thought he was a real handful, both in the air and on the floor. And as the game wore on, he got better and better. And Jamie as well. They linked up really well. It seems nice to get a couple of goals, because you had to go up with the other half not scoring more than one, too many times this season. So take that. I'm only joking, Pete. You know.
No, really relieved, I'm sure, Mark, because it must be frustrating for you. You see your side, you know what they can do. Today they've shown they're a really good side, just haven't done it often enough.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I didn't want to dampen the mood in there. You know, it's not euphoric in there, but it's, you know, job well done and all that. But for me, just too late. You know, we haven't. To be fair, away from home, we've played some decent stuff, and you know, hopefully we can address a few things. You know, the state of the pitch at home's not brilliant. Maybe we've got to look at that. You know, with bottom line is we haven't been anywhere. Saying that, the goals that we've been conceding in short amounts of time aren't about the pitch. You know, but you know, we want to see good, attractive football, and it's been tough. We found it tough at Warden Road, unfortunately. But like I say, on the road we've been pretty good for the majority of the season.
Yeah, I think that's last 17 games, 7 wins, 7 draws, 3 defeats. That's promotion for them.
Is that what it is? Yeah, we're just not strong 2 wins together now. So that's, you know, enough times, and you know, that's the thing now for next Saturday. Can we go and get that second one, and you know, hopefully taking it into the last game of the season, that third one, to give everyone a little bit of excitement and realise that, you know, we've got a decent enough group, just we haven't shown it enough times.
And Jamie Curtin, 3 goals in 2 games then.
Yep. Yeah, we've always known what he can do, and again, just hasn't quite happened for him as much as he would have liked. But it's 11 league goals. Byron's got 15. Just, you know, we'll have a look at the reasons why we've not done as well this season, and try and work it out and try and make sure we're better at it. But this is not what we can talk about. I think we just talk about today. I thought they were a real handful, the two of them. Byron did brilliant for Jamie's first goal, and Jamie chased a lost cause for his second, and it was still a great finish. So it made it a lot more comfortable. Although we had to get through, you know, bodies up there and put us under pressure. You know, we stood firm and showed that we can defend. I think we've got quite a number of clean sheets. I just think when we have conceded another one sometimes. So that's been something that's just knocked us back constantly.
And at the back, I did put a lot of balls into the box. Scott Brown hasn't really had a chance to save it.
No, he hasn't. No, that's down to the players in front of him doing the jobs, and that's all I ask.
And I'm sure, you know, Mike, you've already alluded to this. You must be delighted, but part of you must just be going, like all of us are going, when they play like that, why couldn't they have done it more often?
Listen, exactly. But if buts and maybes, we can't talk about that. Or with all, well, I am the most frustrated man in the world anyway. But I can't think like that, because you have to deal in reality, and it's all right. You know, people start thinking, what's he talking about? If I'm keep going, you know, we should be this, we should be that. Bottom line is we haven't been as good as we needed to be this season, and we just got to try and be positive now. Try and win the last 2 games, and hopefully be a lot better next season. Delighted for the supporters today. They made a lot of noise, particularly second half. Got behind us right before the kick-off, and the lads produced a decent performance.
Right, thanks so much.
Cheers, Pete. Tell me.
Mark, 26 for your 2 strikers is a very good return. when Troy and Steve Elliott played together, it's been decent. Do you think it's been the midfield has been one of the keys? When the midfield have been good, particularly away from home at the time, and that's probably when you've had most of your solid performances.
Yeah, we just cup run not being non-existent didn't help us go and strengthen when we've been able to in the past. But that's no reason really. Just we've been unable to really go and get something that's just going to be a little bit different. And we missed David Noble for a big chunk of when we really needed him in January and February when we'd just been on a good run, and that was a blow. Matt Richards, who's been probably for me one of the most consistent players of the season, has probably had a couple of not quite so good games, particularly at home, and I think that that came through in everyone's frustration the other day. I think I don't think Matt deserved that, but I understand. It happens sometimes. We've got supporters who don't really get on people's back, and we don't need that. Because I think really bar 3 or 4 performances over the last couple of months at home, I think that's been really good for us this season. I just think he's been as frustrated as us all, and I think that's come out in a couple of home games.
Yeah, and I know there's a few things you want to do to just change the team a little bit, but is it a box to box midfield? Do you think that's what if you needed one thing to make this from a mid-table team into
perhaps I don't know. We'll have a look. I'm not going to say I need this and then I've needed that. I've gone with I picked the squad. It just hasn't quite worked in the way I'd have wanted it to. Be it in wide areas, be it up front. We couldn't get the balance between playing 1 and 2 or whatever. And sometimes you just do your best team, and that can be labelled at me. Perhaps even now, after 44 games, apart from being that one today, perhaps it's a strange one. I try and assemble a squad together that can do a bit of everything. We've got a budget that I work to, and I try and get a bit of everything. I probably just haven't had enough of the quality in certain areas when we've needed it.
Yeah, you said it's a nice performance, but a bit too late. But there's some that are still borderline.
Yeah, of course there are. We've not made decisions on anybody, and today it's encouraging. But like I say, we'll just sit down, decide where we're going to go, and it'll all come out in time.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
All right, gents.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thank you. Cheers.